really wanting to make a masculine card, and we got this set as part of our kit for what we had a demonstrator conference, and I absolutely love this, and it's really on trend at the moment, these seeds and seed pods, etc. So I thought I'd use this to make a masculine card and to show you how to blend a strip with the blending brushes, which, as I say, are my favorite. So I have pre-cut this piece of Whisper White, which is basic white now, as you know, and I have used one of the Stitched with Whimsy dies. And just so you know that this doesn't cut the paper out, it actually embosses a beautiful pattern but doesn't cut. So it's an embossing folder really, and I just love the pattern that this does, and thought this would be perfect for the front. Okay, so I'm going to show you how I mask up as well. Now, I like to use a line on my grid paper, so grid paper always coming in handy. Now I'm just going to make sure that is straight. Now, if you're using post-it notes, if you get this straight at the top, so if you're running that directly along the top of your cardstock, then you know that will be straight. Because it's a straight cut, it's gonna go down the side perfectly straight. So I'm going to pop that back there again, and I'm going to pop the second one on, and I'm going to line that up with the edge of that and take that down. So just double checking that I've got that straight, which I have, and then I'm going to do one on the other side. Now I don't have a set size that I do. Basically I just look at it each time and think, yep, that looks good, and I will do that one. So once again, just making sure that that is straight with the top of your card. And if that is straight along there, it is going to be straight down there. But always double check. Yep. But to me it does look a bit crooked. Shouldn't be. Just pop that on again. And make sure. There we go. And one more piece. And that's straight down there. And once again, just check. So the grid paper comes in super handy for this sort of thing. Well, it comes in handy for a lot of things, obviously, but it is good for straight lines for someone who's not very good at doing straight lines. There we are. So that's straight, and let's double check this one again. And that one is not straight. I thought it was a bit out. It'd be good to tell you that, and then I do something crooked. So should have done this beforehand, I guess, but just wanted to show you what I do. And then having that on your grid with a little bit of sticky note coming onto your paper, that actually helps keeps that firm on your piece of paper as well. Okay, I am going to start off with now I'm using this brush for crumb cake and soft suede. So my crumb cake pad doesn't, I have to always double check to see which one it is. It doesn't look very much like crumb cake on the outside. And I'm going to start off. So always the same with any kind of blending, always come on to your paper from off. Don't go straight on, as you'll get a blob. And the last thing we want is a blob. So I'm just going to build up the colour slowly. And you can always come back and add more. These just really, really apply the colour so smoothly. Okay. Try not to get your fingers on the cardstock because you do have a bit of oil in your fingers that can affect the colour going on. So I'll leave that there, and then I'm going to use some cinnamon cider. Such a lovely name, cinnamon cider. See how blobby that is? Now that if that had been on my cardstock, that still doesn't look. If that had been on here, it would have. I would not have been very happy. So, as I say, you just build up slowly and blend the colours together. So you start off on top of the other colour so they blend nicely together. And you can always come back to add some more. So start off light. Now I'm going to use some soft suede for the bottom. Oops, make sure I get the right one. Right, so this one is just a little tad darker, with the crumb cake being that bit lighter at the top. And I might come back with a little bit there too. Right, and you look as though you think, gosh, there's not much colour on there, but once you lift up the sticky pad, you will see that there's actually quite a bit of colour. Just close those, and I'll keep the soft suede out because I'm going to use that one to stamp with. So, see how the difference between the white is quite marked, though you wouldn't think it would be when it's got the Post-it notes on it. Right, next I'm going to stamp with this tallest stamp. Now I always like to not have my flowers or plants or anything floating, so I will put it down to the end. And beautiful, and then I will put, what one shall I do next? I'll put this gorgeous one on. As I say, I really do like these stamps. I've seen some gorgeous cards with them actually. And this one. Right, I'm just checking, make sure I haven't heard from anyone, so I hope I am actually live. If anyone's there, do say hello so that I know someone's out there. Excuse me. Now, who can remember when you were young? Well, we're all still young, aren't we, really? These little helicopter things, I've forgotten exactly what they're called, but used to throw them up in the air and they used to spin down to the ground. So cute. I just love all the detail on these stamps. There's some pods that have fallen to the ground. And the only thing I'm stamping, actually I'll do while I've got the soft suede out, I will do the inside, which I will just do one of these tall pods. Just in soft suede. And that's for the inside. Now the only thing I'll stamp in another colour, I'm going to stamp the happy birthday in Early Espresso. It's a lovely script for this actually. I'll show you once I've stamped it. It's sort of masculine or feminine. I love the script. It sort of can be either. Not too swirly for a male, but still pretty for a female card, or a feminine card, I should say. Okay. Put that ink over there. Now I'm going to pop it on some Early Espresso. Okay. And then I will use some of my Seal Plus just to, I find it really good for adding ribbon. What I'm going to do is I've got some braided twine. Where is it? There it is. And I'm just going to knot it, which is nice for a change. I don't have to worry about trying to tie a bow. Okay, and then I am going to, I want it to sit about there. So if I cut it about there. Okay. We had too much there, but that's okay. Supposed to save the amount of twine you use, but I was overly generous. I'll just trim that down a bit. There we go. Right, I have got cinnamon cider card base, which I will fold and score in half. And pop that up on dimensionals, of course. And let's grab, I think mine are just about all needing new packets. Okay, I'm going to have to use some scraps with you, but that's all right. I always use every single bit that I have, as I'm sure you do. Right. I'll get another bit from there. Okay. Let's put one down here. And another bit down here, I think. Can't have a saggy piece of card, I always say. Do like my dimensionals. So I hope everyone is well, and I hope everyone has been getting some crafting time in. Gosh, it's all go here. I can hear activity outside. There we go, and I'm going to pop this onto early espresso as well. Must admit, making masculine cards, I never sort of think, because I do, as people have told me, I do like flowers quite a bit, so I tend to go to flowers straight away. But when I do make the masculine cards, I do really quite enjoy making something a little bit different and using these gorgeous colours. Right. So as quick and easy as that, we have a masculine card. So using the blending brushes, masking those sides off with the post-it notes, using your grid paper to make sure that you get a nice straight line, and then just stamping. So basically it's just stamping and using this beautiful new set, which is embossing. It's not really dies, Stitched with Whimsy, because it doesn't cut anything. It just gives you this beautiful pattern on your paper. So I hope you enjoyed. Sorry for the hiccup at the start, everybody, and thank you so much for joining me, and I promise I will be back to how it was before I went on holiday, and lost my brain to the holiday brain. So take care, everybody, and hope you enjoyed. Let me know if you have created anything with this set, and I look forward to seeing you again. Bye.